Welcome too late to the show. I'm your host, Prophet74, and today I got a brand new box. It's called a Skytech. It's Skytech Blade 3.0. We're gonna open it up and see what you get and what's included in here. So it's just arrived right now with a couple of 3 items in there, well packed. We're gonna open it up and see what you get when you purchase something like this. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what else is included besides this big old box. So let's move this all the way first. First of all, they give you a little package, a little box. We're gonna bring the camera in a little bit closer. So included in the box was this keyboard. It's a nice keyboard, to be honest with you. It's a real nice keyboard. It's really heavy jointed. Let's see, let's pop one of these things. Oh, you can pop them out, real simple. Pop them back in. Lights up. Has your color coordination here. It's a little scratchy here, or it's fogged out or something, but overall it says Skytech Gaming. That's what it is. The function keys. The keys are really, they feel really good. I like them, how they feel out of the box. This is not bad. Metal on the bottom, you know, if you can see that, it's actually aluminum, but they give you this little bump in here. Keyboard's a plus, man. That's a kicker, man. I like that. That's, if it was included in here, it's a plus. In the little bag itself, power adapter, and then they give you the antennas for the wireless. That's one antenna. Here's the second one for the actual wireless of the actual desktop. So now, this is the mouse, and the mouse is actually pretty good. They give you left and right mouse. Nothing fancy. M1000 Skytech. I guess they make it, and they have different models. LED lighting, light it up. Of course, we're gonna turn it on in a bit. All right, like the machine's right here right now. We're gonna talk about it a little bit more, but they give you a manual and exactly what's in the machine itself, and all the settings and warranty information, a checklist of who was involved, what was set up in here, maintenance guide. Make sure if things don't turn on properly, you know, troubleshooting first before you call them, kind of thing. So not that bad. They give you all the information. They give you SATA connections, SSD drives, extra solid state hard drives or mechanical drives, extra stuff. Now they give you a couple of zip ties, including with a couple of screws, and of course a lift for the actual video card. So not that bad, included in there. And on the other little tiny box, LED controls. Wow. Extra power connection for the LED. So you could control the LED lights, the fan lights and stuff like that on this machine. So we're going to take a look at that too. And then, of course, the piece of resistance. But before I even go on, I'm going to tell you guys something. It came wrapped on a freaking bag. They give you an actual bag all riven up and everything. Even a knot too, so you could just tie it in it or carry as an extra bag. That's crazy. All right, so we're gonna talk about it. If you guys see off the shelf right now, I just opened it up. It was off. They didn't even include it right, so it's a little bit off. It might be bent there. Might have to fix that problem. But overall, the machine came nice and secure in area. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's pick it up and go by side angle. All right, first impressions. I don't know what kind of power it has in there or how much power it has. We're gonna take a look at that part of it. All of it, it looks like it was a little fast making. You can see how some of the stuff is probably secure properly because of the cable, but it's a little bit off. It's kind of a little crooked, if you can see this. This off the box, it could have been a shipping issue or it could have been a manufacturer issue. We don't know. Now on this one, be removed before use. We're gonna go ahead and remove it, see what's under that hood. 3.1 USBs, NIC card. 2 USBs that are actually 2.0 or, you know, one, I will say. PS2, HDMI built in, and then the antennas, of course. Motherboard looks a little cheap made. Serial number and everything's included in here. We're gonna see it down the line. Nothing fancy, everything's simple on this machine, and that's about it. So I'm gonna cover the serial number so you guys can see. Nothing fancy about it, but nothing eye-catching here at the moment. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at it on the top. All right, buttons on the top, if you guys can see. My head's a little bit on top of it, the machine. Right now we have your power, your LED lights, a reset button, and then 2 USB 3.1, and then you have your audio jack, your mic, and then your headsets in here. That's pretty much it. That's all your buttons you get, so not that bad. All right, when you buy something, make sure you open the glass first on part of it, all right? You remove this. It says remove the following things and follow the instructions how to set it up, because right now everything's pretty packed in here. And we're going to take a look at it inside and remove some of the stuff first. So we're going to be careful about this. This is some foam. You have 16 gigs of memory, and then you have a slot for 2 more sets of memory. Of course, it has a water pump already. It's included in here. All the cabling looks nice and neat from this angle. 2 RGB lighting fans, if you can see on the left side here. All right, so we're gonna remove the video card first, and to do that, I'm gonna loosen it up first here. 16 pins. All right, we're looking at 4 and 8 and 8, of course, and it's all ready to go for this type of video card. To remove the card, there's a button in the top and the bottom here. You have to push the button, and then this slides out. Video card is included in here. It was actually a GeForce RTX 3080 10 gig video card. That's pretty much what it is. Of course, when you get the actual video card, they give you 3 display ports and 1 HDMI, which is enough for all your video cards. On the different brands, they do include a Type-C connection now. So unfortunately on this one, it's a cheaper brand. You're not gonna get it. So, but you're getting the GPU power you need. So that's where we're gonna take a look at it and see what else you get. Let's move this to the side. All right, we're gonna take a look at it inside the motherboard, and if you can see, the SATA drive is 520 series Firecuda. All right, that's what it is, Firecuda. Okay, inside you get 1 slot for an SSD drive. That's pretty much it. It's 512. You get the Wi-Fi card included here. The cable's a little tight. It goes all around to the back to the top. If you can see the water pump, the brand of it, I'm not quite sure the brand yet until I turn it on and start looking at the specs, but it has the same stickers as the fan, so it must be the same manufacturer, of course. The connections are really tight in some of these places. You get your USB connection. This one doesn't have a Type-C connection at all for any USB. You get 2 slots for a SATA connection and other additional SATA connections in here. If you can see the motherboard, there's plenty of fan connections on the bottom and in the middle too, if you can see that. Now you get your LED connections lighting up in here. Water pump is already plugged in the back here, if you can see it. You have 2 additional slots for actual memory, and right now as we have 16. You got extra LED lighting, 12 volts, and I believe this is a 12 volt connection in the side, and then you have a 5 volts too right next to it. So you have plenty of LED lighting if you need to look into that. It's powered by an ASRock AMD CPU, and I'm gonna put the specs on the machine. Water pump's real short, so you're not gonna be able to move this anywhere else but here. You could add 2 more fans on the top, and there's no more space in the front for anything. Now they do have space for a water pump here if you want to include one in here later down the line. Not recommended once it has this stuff, but if you want to put a water pump for the actual GPU, that's going to be an option for you. All right, we're going to put the video card back, guys. So the way it works, you just slide it in here and then you push it down, but you got to make sure you don't break it, because this is very expensive. And there we go. We just find the slot, find it in there. Make sure you tie it out first on the side. So tie it up. So now that we have it connected, all we have to do is make sure you get the power cords, and this is very different connection. If you can see, there's 16 power little pins in here. Just make sure you properly set it up. All right, so we're gonna turn it on. First time turning it on, and I put the keyboard here so you guys can see it, but there's nothing at the bottom I'm blocking. All right, the mouse is here. We're gonna see what else we can control with the key, with the light. So let's go ahead and crack it up. If you can see, it's all turning up now. We see power coming on. I'm gonna see if I can actually see it on my monitor. All right, so let's take a look at the controller itself. The RGB lighting control, really simple. You can just switch it out to different colors. Green, we're gonna change it to red or blue. And this one could be a heartbeat pretty much, off and on, if you can see it. Circling around, I like that one pretty much. You can put white too if you want, keep it all white. Now there is a RGB lighting underneath the actual GPU, but I can't control that one at all. It's just, that one's pretty much just a rainbow. We could do the rainbow. We could lower down the light, of course, and then we can make it super bright. And this is included on the actual water pump too. So we got the RGB lighting on the water pump, and actually fans, which and then you could turn them off if you want, all of them off. You can't turn this one off, and then back on. And then memory, this is pretty much what it had. It's just going to be a pulsing one. It just changes slowly, and we're going to keep it as it is, but they give you this little great control. I would suggest putting maybe some tape on the back or something, the Velcro tape, and Velcro it on it so you won't lose it, and have it always there. Controlling fan speeds, you can control, slow it down, and pick them up here too. A lot of little connections here. I'm gonna mess around with it pretty much, but I like this. This is pretty good if you guys want to have like a rainbow color party on it. So it's not that bad. The control, it's included in there. Like that feature. As you can see, the instructions, they give you a little barcode to go in there and how to put the hex on. But if you go into the actual manual that it gives you, there is no instructions on whatsoever. They show you that it has a hex menu and the screw that you need to use, but there's no instructions on how to set it up whatsoever. It just gives you a rundown of exactly what's included in here. Unfortunately, this manual only is for the tower, not for anything that video card, type of video card that you get. So off the bat, there is no good support on this part of it, but we're going to continue on and see if we could find some more information about it and see if we could tie it down, because I am going to plan to move this around and I don't want to break it. So you see 301, that's the model we got, and it doesn't correspond to the actual model. It looks a little different. So we're going to continue on and see what you get. Now we're going to open the side of the panel on this machine, see how well it's cable management on it. So we loosen it up and we pull it, and I'm gonna put this on the floor. As you can see, cable management is well secure in here. They put tape on here. Not quite sure why they put the tape in here, but like it's holding something, but it's pretty much, I guess, regular tape. Cable crosses down. It ties down, zip tie right here, of course. They give you the box in the bottom if you see it. This is actually going to have more screws and actually more connections for your SATA connection. Now, if you can see, this is, we opened up and it's a gigabyte power, 750 watts power. So not that bad. And of course, they give you all the connections in here for the SATA, and you have extra connections on this power supply too. I reviewed this power supply a while back, so I like it. It's a little compact. I like this part of it. So well suited for this machine. Cable management is nice and clean. I give them an A for that. Really secure. I like that part. Now the tape, I don't know what's the tape for, but we're gonna leave it alone. We're not gonna touch it. All right, we're gonna remove the front panel and just basically remove it, push it back. It's gonna show you a hidden compartment in here. And this is pretty much all the stuff that the fans, if you can see it, they're in front, they're RGB lighting fans. We're gonna take out what we came for here. We don't want this to be running there constantly. You could put in two SATA hard drives. They could be solid or it could be mechanical. You could put either one, 3.5 or 2.5, either one you could put in there. I like going to benchmark. It compares your machine with other machines, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the free version of it first. All right, so I'm using my GoPro camera side, guys, so just be patient with it. Right now I have on, it's like for gaming, it's 192. Look at that. Desktop 99, workstation 196. Test came out pretty good. If you can see performance wise, above PC performed above expected 75 percentile, right? So which is really good. Look at this. This is a marking, and this is how the level it is really green. If you guys can see it, this will be a poor performance on the actual. This is for the CPU, if you can see it. So we're right here in this part right here, which I like about it. Look at that. That's phenomenal. 94% on the benchmark. Now we're gonna look at the video card. The video card is still on the green. Like I said, is expected to be in the green. It's a 3080 performance, 55 percentile, which is really good compared to other brands. It's and the marking's right there if you can see it. So this is great. It's between great and this is poor over here. This is really bad, but we're really in the great area right here. The Seagate, which is the SSD drive that we have, the 1 terabyte in here, it's benchmark. It's really good. Percentile outstanding. That's what it is. It's getting outstanding for everything, including the memory. 90 percentile in the memory. The memory, like I said, 16 gigs DDR4 3600. Really good. So if you see the benchmark overall, performance, outstanding, 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 outstanding. Now, overall system memory latency is really high. It's really good. The data bandwidth, of course. What kind of games it can play, and this is pretty much the basic. If you guys ever done a benchmark like this, it tells you all the great games that you can play at ease. All right, so really good. Custom PC recommendations, what could be upgraded and then compared to all of them. You can actually compare your stats with other people's stats on this site. And like I said, testing wise, you could test these games out too in here and also perform it. This application is free. It's on the web, and of course you could get other results from other people and compare it to yours machine. But overall, this machine is working really well performance wise. I'm very impressed with it out of the box. It seems like it's a really good machine for anybody that's looking for a great gaming machine, especially if we could hire a Cyberpunk, of course, with the GPU. This machine could run anything. All right, guys. So the machine is it's a beast out of the box, to be honest with you. I think this is gonna last you for a lot of years, especially with that video card that you have right now. Unless they come out with something much bigger and better. At the moment, the video cards are sold out in a lot of places. This is a great option to buy a video card with the actual desktop. You can find them in pretty much anywhere that in the market, but some of them are really expensive, so be careful out there. But if you're gonna look for in the market for something like this, I recommend you something like this. It's not that bad. It's a really good buy for those that are looking for a great machine. This could be a great option for you guys. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, I'm your host, Prophet74, and we are out.